So if there's rules for everything, there has to be rules for creating and generating wealth and living a financially free life. But stick around, because in today's video, we're going to be talking about different rules of creating wealth and how it could change your life. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here with Revenue Pro Tips. Welcome back to the Revenue Pro Tips channel, where every single week we bring you tips, information, and even online based opportunities to help you get your money right and live a life of financial freedom, whether that's within your personal finances and or your business. All right, so if you're somebody who just needs to make some kind of money, or you're someone who has a job or a business and just wants to add on and make a little bit more or a lot more, we have what you need here on the Revenue Pro Tips channel. So at any time, if you're getting great value from the video, consider subscribing by hitting the little red subscribe button and the bell notification right next to it, all right? And like, comment, share, all right? Much appreciated. Now, in terms of today's video, guys, we're talking about 7 rules of money and how to start basically amassing wealth. Look, ladies and gentlemen, when most people's mind is on money, it's for one of 2 reasons, guys. It's either one, they have the desire to or the need to give unto others, which is absolutely great, and we hope that you are all in a position, or will be there very soon after you see this video, to be able to do for others in a financial capacity, at least. All right, the second one would be because people are in lack of, right? They don't have any money, and therefore it's causing them anger, frustration, anxiety. You know, people are trying to figure out how are they possibly going to pay bills, mortgage, put food on the table, things of that nature. And we don't want people there. And unfortunately, you know, it seems to be the latter for most people. Most of the world seemingly, or even, you know, literally are in lack, okay? Whether that be to the point where they're living in poverty, or maybe even just having enough money to survive, which is not ideal for us as human beings, quite honestly, okay? We have a consciousness, we have so much ability and talent. You do, all right? And I believe no matter what your faith is, your religious background, or anything like that, I believe that you were created just like I were to live an abundant life and a prosperous life. And to really, I mean, when I say live, I mean to actually live, not survive, okay? Let the animals have to survive. You and I are human beings, God's highest form of creation. And therefore, we are meant to live and to thrive and enjoy this time while we have here. All right. So with that said, you know, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 7 rules of money and how to start living life abundantly. All right. So jumping right on into it, guys, with number 1. The number 1 rule of money is it's a game. OK, and this, unfortunately, is not a game that you can choose to partake in. All right. A lot of people are living life. They're watching the game of their life from the sidelines, at least in terms of, you know, economics, and just well-being overall. People are choosing to watch the game and spectate the game when the game that's being played will result in how their life turns out, okay? And I hope that makes sense. Look, you're not going to be able to volunteer for this game, guys, because if you just have the mentality of I'm just volunteering or I'm just spectating, you're gonna lose. This is a game that must be won for you if you want to live, okay? You need to show up. Now, you might not have the skills and all that to right away start winning big in terms of money, but Michael Jordan was also cut from his high school basketball team, okay? So, and now he's considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest player of all time. He just showed up and put the effort in, put the work in, got better, 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 better. The more you get out there on the field of life, the more you get out there in the area of, you know, finances, money, and things like that, the better you'll become, and the more money you'll just start to make. All right. So it's really that simple. It is a game, and there's going to be winners or losers. Which side are you gonna be on? I hope it's winning. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is money is energy. Okay. Look, money is attracted to those who give it attention, who like it, and who work for it. All right. There is no secret to how to get money. You know, you show up to the game, you like the game, you get better at the game, and you work toward improving your game, and you get better. All right. Look, here's one thing that I want you all to understand is that don't be a hater of money or those people who have it. That will never help you. Money is energy, right? Money is energy, and therefore money is drawn to those who are giving it attention, who like it, who give it attention, and who work toward it. All right. It has no purpose except that which you give it, that which I give it. The rest of the world, money doesn't get up, travel, and do things on its own. It only goes as directed. Okay. And for those who put in the effort, those who create enough value for people out there, the marketplace, if you're somebody, whether that's some kind of physical labor, whether that's creating some kind of, even selling just ideas, right? Money finds people, money finds those who are looking for it, and therefore comes when called upon. Okay. There is no lack of money. So please stop thinking in terms of lack. You don't need to be in competition with other people. If anything, if you want more money, you need to find people that you can partner with, collaborate with, and you will find it much easier to attract the amount of money you want when working with others. Okay. So again, don't be a hater of money. Don't envy other people who have it. Learn to like it, give it attention, grow with it, work toward it, and it will find you. All right. Money is energy. Become a money magnet. All right. That's what I want you guys to do. Now, number 3 is go all in, ladies and gentlemen. Look, what did Mark Zuckerberg do with Facebook? He went all in on Facebook. Steve Jobs went all in on Apple. I get a lot, one of the things that a lot of financial advisors and experts out there might tell you is diversify. Don't put all your eggs into one basket. To an extent, that is true. There is value, there is wisdom in that. But I believe that you only do that once you're at a level financially where you can afford to give multiple things your attention. Okay. If you are struggling financially, you need to find something that you want to do that you can see and visualize great opportunity and success financially, that you can give your time and energy to and go all in on that one thing. Once you get to a level where I believe you can automate this income stream, whether it's a business or if it's a job and duties you can pass on to somebody else and kind of just manage that person. Once you get to that level, then you can go off into something else. Number 4 is money knows money. Okay. You want to get as close as possible to people who have money. All right. Because as the old saying goes, not to be cliche, but birds of a feather flock together. If there's 9 people and you're the 10th, and those 9 people are rich or wealthy, chances are you'll be the 10th. But if you hang around 9 broke people, chances are you'll be the 10th broke one. All right. So get around people who are making money, who have, everything, how it goes, everything they touch seems to become gold or turn into gold. Get around those people, whatever it is, whatever the business is, the type of industry or job that you want to get into, right? To create this financial freedom for yourself. Get around people who are already successful in that thing. Create strategic partnerships, guys. That is one of the best things you can do. Like I said earlier, don't hate on people with money, collaborate. Build strategic partnerships. If somebody's starting a business or a company, is there something that you can offer them that will be of value to them in their business, okay? That will turn around and be a win for you, a win for them, and a win for the customers and clients that you serve, all right? So you want to get around those people, build strategic partnerships and ways to create value for others, and therefore, as it goes, help others get everything they want in life, and so will you, all right? And that brings me to the 5th rule of money, guys, and that is positioning is everything, okay? You might get rich on the front end, guys, but wealth is built on the back end, all right? And what I mean by that is you want to, if you go out and you build these strategic partnerships with people, you build relationships with people, right? What you want to do is put yourself in a position where you can start getting equity, royalties, things like that. Think about it, the music industry, right? A lot of artists who are not financially literate, right? They don't know the business aspect of the industry, right? They're perfectly fine getting $1 million check up front, right? They're a millionaire, all right? They get that $1 million check. What they don't realize is that these record labels are willing to give them that money up front because the record label is going to make exponentially amount more money on the back end from the royalties of the music, right? They're the ones who is every time an album is sold, something is streamed, played on, some kind of streaming or music service, right? It's the label now that is making the money. They already gave the artist their money, right? Now, I'm not saying that I know everything about the industry, right? But you can apply that to basically anything, right? For those of you who might watch Shark Tank, right? I like Shark Tank, right? People come in, they're looking for an investment in their company for a percentage in exchange for a percentage of the company. Okay, so the investors give them 200,000 up front, but get 25%. Just throwing out random numbers, 25% equity in that business. Now, if those investors, obviously, these are experts and big time business builders, and people know the Damon Johns and all these people on Shark Tank, Mark Cuban and things like that. They are multi millionaires. Some of them may be billionaires. All right. Here's the thing: they know what they're doing. So $200,000 is chump change for a company that they're going to turn into itself a multi-million-dollar company, maybe $1 billion company eventually, that they're getting 25% of. Do you understand? So positioning is everything. If you want to get rich, come up with something quick, sell it, or share with someone, let them give you a check. If you want to build wealth, you need to be looking for opportunities where you get part ownership of something. You have rights to something forever in terms of things like royalties, okay? So positioning is everything. Number 6, ladies and gentlemen, is taxes, okay? Look, one of my mentors once told me, Brian, the rich, we don't have what we have because of what we make, okay? I'm not where I am because of how much money I make, but because of how much money I keep. See, here's the thing. Once you start getting around the right people who make the money, who know how to keep the money and even multiply the money, it's a whole different video, okay? But once you get around the right people, okay, you start learning the things they know. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, either advantage or disadvantage for any person, at least here in America I can think of, is taxes. It's either going to destroy you or it could be a great asset, a friend to you, okay, if you know the system. All right, so you need to know the tax laws, tax codes, things like that. And you need to know that on a federal, state, and local level, right? Because federal is federal, but state, some states here in the United States, in terms of income, there's no state income taxes. There's local taxes depending on, communities in certain regions of maybe your state, your city, stuff like that. So you want to know these things and be able to use them to your advantage, because again, it's not about what you make so much that'll help you build wealth, but by what you keep. That is huge. All right, so know the tax laws and things like that. And the last one, ladies and gentlemen, is really simple, really basic. I mean, obviously like the other 6, but that is assets. You want to be focused on building assets, acquiring assets, not liabilities, guys. You don't want to be out there buying the Mercedes, the $100,000 Mercedes that's going to drop, 20, 30, 40% as soon as you drive it off the lot. And if you're not familiar with what the difference is, what an asset is, what a liability is, plain and simple, assets put more money in your pocket, liabilities take money out of your pocket or your bank account, okay? So if it's not something, if you want to build wealth, you need to be focused on money, you need to be focused on wealth, right? And liabilities, again, taking money away from you is not helping you in terms of building wealth. Assets will. And buying a house is not necessarily an asset unless you are renting it and it's putting money in your pocket, guys. So instead of buying maybe a house for yourself, maybe you buy a property instead of a nice, $300,000 beautiful 3-4 bedroom home somewhere, right? Maybe you buy a duplex, a triplex, a quadplex, live in one for a little while, and then rent the other 2, 1, 3 units, whatever it is, out, okay? These are things you want to start thinking about if you want to build wealth. You have to start thinking like the wealthy, ladies and gentlemen. So again, focus on assets, things that are going to put money into your pocket, not take money out of your pocket, all right, like liabilities will. All right, guys, that is our 7 rules of money. This is Wealth 101. I hope that you have gotten great value from this video, guys, and I know that other people have their own ideas or interpretations of rules or laws to making money, amassing wealth, like that, things like that. All right, if you have other suggestions, other things that people might find valuable in terms of creating wealth or amassing a great amount of money for themselves, leave it in the comment below. If you're doing some of these rules that we talked about today, let us know how it's working for you. If you have any other questions, suggestions, things like that, comments below, drop it there. Also, you got value, hit that thumbs up button, let us know you like the video, share it with someone else who you think can get great value from the video as well. And also, if you have not done so already, subscribe, and make sure you're following us on all social media platforms at Revenue Pro Tips. And this is Brian, and we will see you soon. Take care. Peace.